The body viewing is almost about to begin in Muli Sports Center, Kasarani. And of course, I can see the KDF chaplains are now ready conducting the mass there before everyone, the dignitaries, including the president, is ready there. Former President Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila's family, Mama Ida, Raila JRO, Raila Jr., of course, and Winnie and Rosemary. And there's a lot of things happening there. The crowds have been restored, but it seems that it won't be an easy ride this afternoon, because I tell you, Raila was the people's president. So you do not expect a smooth ride sailing, because the crowds might surge beyond the numbers we expected. And you could see they had to be chased, and there were tear gas canisters thrown at traffic, at the crowd, which was becoming unruly. Interesting enough, of course, now that that has happened, and I think that window is very small, because the short time. Because if you look at the time they had proposed for the viewing, it was between 11 o'clock and 5. Now it's almost 5 o'clock, and the viewing is almost just about to start. So I think it will take a lot of time before people could get over it, and the body is taken to leave in the home and later transported back to. Yeah. All right. So that it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's check what's going on there. Those are the live pictures from Kasarani, and of course, the happening in Kasarani. Of course, you could see President William Samoei Ruto has led the nation in body viewing of Raila Amolo Odinga. Right now, is the family of Raila Amolo Odinga, led by Mama Ida, Raila Jr., Rosemary, and the larger family actually watching and seeing the departed leader. So you can see that it's a somber mood in there. There you could see there's a lot of people who are really sad, and it shows that the reality has dawned home that Raila Amolo Odinga is no longer alive and kicking, and people are just reflecting as KDF chaplains conduct prayers there. So as we said that the body viewing ceremony is on, and many people are there, and listeners, you could watch on our Twitter and on our Facebook Facebook live. You'd see that we are trying to showcase you, and everyone now is passing to see Raila Amolo Odinga's last remains as before the final journey to Bondo begins officially now. It's interesting that lots of Kenyans have turned in numbers just to witness this occasion. This is a very, very somber mood, and you can see what's happening there. Of course, it's a turn for the former President Uhuru Kenyatta, the fourth President of the Republic of Kenya, to pay his tribute to the man he called his brother, the man they did a handshake with, the man they competed with. So it's very interesting to see that the brothers have come back to mourn one another in a very somber way. It's interesting to see that everyone is now passing by now, and as we said, the body viewing ceremony is on. Keep the turn for the Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, who is now viewing Raila Amolo's body as he leaves the podium. And our listeners, there are questions you're asking, and let me just quickly go to Andrew J. Franklin. You're saying you're listening from Lavington. How likely is it that Rao send-off program will need to be substantially altered, e.g. to accommodate 7 days of mourning? Andrew, I do not know that it's feasible, because Raila had a will that says that he should be buried within 72 hours, and already they have pushed it to beyond 72 hours. I think the funeral committee might have a better position, but it looks like it will be a bit of a stretch. But anything is possible, being that the government is in charge of this. Anything is possible. Let me check other guys who are listening to us, of course, when we continue. Of course, apart from Andrew J. Franklin, there's a couple of guys. Eddie Sefa Ata, Michael Blessing, Bao Kamau, Kevo Modai, Jessica Rioki Senior Humphrey, Edum Geto, Abba Yulemse, Mushiriwa, Tiga Kodora, and Roberto Niro, Ethan Kiprop. Asanteni sana for tuning in. Of course, this afternoon we are mourning the late Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. And of course, Abdikadir Abdallah, you're saying you're from out of Kamarok, you're listening to us. And of course, Jackie, Sonia Khadija. Jackie, tuned in from Nyeri County. Watu wa Nyeri mko ndani. And of course, Chamtei Ben, you said Sotik Bomet is in the house. Asante sana, gentlemen and lady, for keeping it Spice Drive, because this is your show, it's not ours. We give you the best vibes and interesting stories. Nisaliba, Chamtei, Florence Nekesa, we see you. Kevo Mwadao, Randy Huntington, we see you. Amecha Tony, Abdikadir, I see you there. Thank you for listening for SpiceFM Drive is your show. And then there's a gentleman here called Peter Wagashosho Kegumo. Peter Wagashosho Kegumo, you're saying good evening. Asante sana Peter. And Ras Benji Regeman out of my hometown in Limuru. Asante sana for tuning in this afternoon. And a couple of other guys, of course. So quickly, let me give a shout out to John Kinyanjui, Luchombo Eunice, Malkia Ufanisi, Odanga George, Joshua Diambo, Caleb Momanyi, Alibaba Koskei, Ronald Koech, Spencer Kemboi, Edward Fondo, and Kiptong Ngeny, among others who are listening to us on our social spaces. Asante sana. Spice Drive, of course. It's Spice Drive, and give you only the good vibes every single day. Sugar and Spice, 94.4. Of course, keep listening. Yeah. So, quickly, let's go back to Kasarani and see what happened.
Raila, though you are gone, in hearts of the Kenyans, you're forever.